Hi there, welcome. I'm Eric Linter with Starspeak, the horoscope for the second half of February 2018. This is one of my favorite times of the year as we transition from deepest winter towards spring. And incidentally, we're just coming off the heels of a solar eclipse with a new moon. So the moon will be waxing the entire forecast period. And that means energy gradually, ever so gradually, will be building. We're going to have an up and down, follow the bouncing ball, busy couple of weeks here. And there are going to be moments of intense pleasure, epiphanies, as well as some challenges. So let's see what's in store. The first big and important alignment is a square between Mars and Neptune early on the morning of Saturday the 17th. And this is a difficult combination because Mars being active and just outrushing energy in testing the planet of dreams, but also the planet of confusion, creates heightened risks. Be careful in terms of driving, tune into weather reports, be alert that impatience may in fact pose certain risks, especially if you're dealing with a car or any kind of machinery. That same morning, the Sun and Mercury are conjunct in late Aquarius. And minds are certainly going to be eager and sharp on this day. Later in the night, actually, on Saturday, just before midnight, Mercury will move on, leaving Aquarius. And as a planet, especially the communications messenger planet, sits at the last degree of a sign, in this case Aquarius, we should expect to hear from old friends, people from our past. It could be just a chance meeting, but it might also be somebody, picking up the phone or shooting you a text message. But once Mercury goes into Pisces, as midnight approaches, it's another sign of transition that we are approaching spring. Pisces, being a mutable or changeable sign, really is a bridge, the gateway from winter to spring. And in fact, on Sunday, the 18th, the Sun will follow suit on the heels of Mercury entering Pisces during the noon hour. This is the holiday weekend here in the States. President's Day is Monday, the 19th, so a lot of people are on vacation this week. And again, there's a sense that change is in the air. We move towards a concentration of planets in the sign of the two fishes. Neptune has been making its way slowly across Pisces. This is a 13-year process. And during this part of the year, we see Neptune at about 13 degrees Pisces. Venus joins the planet of dreams and sometimes the planet of confusion on Wednesday the 21st, and this is a very romantic, emotionally warm pairing. It's good for softening hearts. It's also great for creative work, any kind of willing service or sacrifice, especially if an ideal or the greater good is served, is promoted on this day. Mercury is also in a sextile to Saturn on Wednesday the 21st. So really it's a kind of incredible combination of inspiration and perspiration. The will to turn visions and dreams into something tangible is very strong. The waxing moon reaches the first quarter phase on Friday the 23rd. This is a time when reassessing your direction, and as we're heading towards a full moon, the energy is building at this point, and noticeably so with the quarter moon phase. But Friday follows throughout the day, where the moon forms testing angles with Mercury, Neptune, and Venus. This would be the moon in Gemini. So expect a certain amount of indecision and second guessing, and just try and relax your mind as much as possible. Roll with the changes. If you're in a position that you are on vacation or you can take the day off, you can probably save yourself a few gray hairs and other worries by laying low on the 23rd. Now, the weekend of the 24th and 25th brings some pretty interesting dynamics. Venus is going to be in a testing angle with Mars. Mars now making its way through Sagittarius. And this raises tensions between the sexes, Venus being a feminine archetype and Mars a masculine one. And yet at the same time, we see Saturn harmonizing with the Sun. So basically, again, we have multiple pathways available to us, choices to make. Are we going to concentrate on friction? If we have the proper attitude, we can actually marshal some of that friction and turn it into an impulse to engage partners and work through our differences. And with Saturn kind of being the guiding presence, the voice of wisdom, a mentor, a teacher, an example from history. There are different models we can look to for inspiration and guidance in terms of being more effective and more satisfied in how we use the rather abundant energy available on Sunday the 25th. Venus will again be in play on Tuesday the 27th, harmonizing with Pluto, and this is, as is often the case when these two hook up in a positive way, a time when love and affection can really be a healing factor, transformative, and relationships can deepen in the sense of building trust and reliance on other people who are willingly supportive. That dynamic continues right through the end of the month, as really the last aspect of February is a sextile between Mercury and Pluto. Now, really at the same time, again, we see this dichotomy because Mercury on the 28th is also in a square with Mars. So self-control is important. Guard against impatience, excess speed, acting precipitously. Keep in mind the old adage about not judging another person until you've walked a mile in their shoes, or make it 2 miles. But basically, if you put the awareness of cooperation and sort of sensing what will aid other people, what are their needs, how can you best assist them, then again, a lot of good things can happen as the month of February comes to a close. Now, keep in mind, there is going to be a full moon March 1st. So again, Wednesday the 28th is a very heightened energy day, and timing is everything. So, as I say, stay cool, try to keep yourself under control, and direct your enthusiasm warmly, graciously, and constructively. Well, that'll do it for February. I thank you again for joining me today. If you want to contact me, shoot me an email at stars@ericlinter.com. I have my daily forecasts up at the spiritofchange.org website. Remember, keep looking up.